Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hoping a few people still pop in here. How's everybody doing this morning?
Good. Thank
Good.
you.
Got a little break before more snow comes out this way here in Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning. Looks like he's still connecting. Good morning.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve. I'm Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Who's running the meeting, or is it just kind of getting started?
Yep, we're just kind of getting started. It's not going to be necessarily formal meeting. It's just kind of everybody gets together for a morning huddle. This was one of the things that was requested. Just to kind of get to know each other a little bit more, talk about anything they got coming up on the market, maybe any struggles anybody's having, maybe come together as a group to get through
Okay.
those, or people have different ideas that could help or something.
Okay, sounds great.
I'm just waiting for a couple more people to join here.
Sure.
How long have you been with National Realty Guild?
A little over a year. I was with Coldwell Banker before.
Perfect. Well, welcome. Sure, we'll still have a couple more people join on as we go here. Does anybody have any questions right off the bat that they want answered, or?
I guess I'd be looking for a little update on the market. I kind of have a listing on hold, and it's probably, waiting for some other housing to open up on the other end of their deal. So just wanted to know, if things, just to get a current beat on things. I'm not super active doing real estate. I do more construction stuff. But anyway, I'd just like to get a little market update if that's part of what you're going to do. So.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm down south in St. Peter. I kind of do southern suburbs, and I'm still getting a lot of buyers that are getting pre-approvals, and they're just starting to kind of, I say, wake up because of the winter for hibernation. But yeah, I have a few people that even are surprising me that they're like, oh, yep. We actually got they got their approval raised an extra 25,000. So, I mean, I'm still having buyers looking. What area are you in?
Oh, I'm in the southern suburbs of St. Paul, a little closer into Mendota Heights.
Okay. So not directly in the city, but.
Yeah. Egan's close by, and Inver Grove and all those close in suburbs. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, I know it's going to be a different year than the last couple of years that we've had, but I don't know. I always have a bright outlook on things, but you got to have a bright outlook, and things kind of work themselves out, but personally, myself, I'm still having quite a bit of activity.
Well, that's good.
Anybody else how's everybody else's activity?
I just joined, so I don't have my license yet, and I am in Eden Prairie.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's a very nice area. I grew up in Chanhassen, so
Oh,
I know that area well.
mhm. Thank you.
I just had a listing in Roseville and I sold it in 3 days. I had 7 offers. We started
nice.
up. Yeah, so Roseville's a hot area, and our price point was $339 and we got $353. So
Nice.
if you're in a range, there's so many buyers out there in that
Mhm.
price point. And I drove up the price myself, not purposely. I had an open house last Saturday and I must have had 40 people there.
Oh, wow.
So if you're in an affordable range, I definitely do an open house. They came in droves and they all were qualified, all had agents. I mean, it was just, I was overwhelmed. I did not think it was going to go that way. So if you're in doubt and you're in that range, you'll definitely get offers.
And you're seeing that with the ready to move in ready, not needing updates and everything.
Yep. It was very, very move-in ready, very clean. Just in a great neighborhood in Roseville. I did not know that the open house would go that way. I did not. I was hoping I'd even get a couple people.
Yeah, I think that's around the price point of my upcoming listing that's going to be in Burnsville. It's in that
Mhm.
range, so that should go fast.
Yeah, Burnsville's really, really nice area.
Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate either.
Does everybody understand the Sweet Assist program? Have you been able to log into that? Anybody having any issues on that platform at all?
Can you please tell, because I am brand new, I know nothing.
Yep, so Sweet Assist is our transaction software. It has a lot of great features within it. It tracks all of our transactions, the paperwork that's needed, making sure that you got everything in. It tracks your sales. It also tracks, we have a profit sharing program. So it tracks all of that as well. When you sign up, when you get your license and you do the more formal trainings, you'll get all into the Sweet Assist trainings and everything else.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So now can I do anything that will help me before getting license?
Which program are you using to do your licensing?
Kaplan?
Kaplan? Okay. I'm not as familiar with that one. I would have to look further into what that one all offers. I know we typically get a discount through the CE shop, and that one has a very good exam prep. Otherwise, I'm sure Kaplan would have something similar.
I did Kaplan about
I have
5 years ago, and it was very good. Yeah, and they had
Yeah.
a lot of good instructors and good prep.
Yeah, I have already passed all the exams. I
Oh,
have
very nice.
I have applied for license like Department of Commerce. I have
Okay.
passed all the exams. I am asking if I can do in the meantime when I have applied for license in the Department of Commerce. Can I do anything that will help me later, like for preparing to be a new agent?
I mean, you would want to start thinking about who your sphere is. So who your influence sphere is. So friends, family, coworkers, previous coworkers, old neighbors, kind of just starting to write a list of people. You can say, hey, I just got my license. Do you know anybody who's looking to buy or sell any real estate? And then kind of going out from there, because that's where you're going to get your best referrals and your cheapest referrals, not having to pay for those leads.
So how do I let them know that I'm in the business?
Just start a conversation. Just say, hey, how are you doing? And then
Phone calling.
Yep. Either calling or meeting up, or however you would normally reach out to them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when you're doing that list, what I've found helpful for myself is getting those ones that I'm not really wanting to talk to out of the way right away, because then it's just going to get easier and easier every time.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Anyone have any upcoming listings that they want to talk about besides Steve's?
Pretty quiet out there.
Yep. I think once we get rolling with this, everybody getting used to the meeting Tuesdays, I think we'll have more discussion and a lot more people turning out. I think.
Yeah. It was really helpful when I was with Coldwell Banker. We had pretty lively in office Tuesday meetings, and there was I should try to remember sort of the agenda, but we if you just got a new listing, you would tell other people about it. It was kind of like and then they would have a list of broker opens that people would kind of, after the meeting, they would do their business, and around lunchtime go to broker opens, but we also shared just a lot of information about hey, this is coming soon. And then if you had buyers and you heard about coming soons, we did that in-house, and it kind of beats the competition for getting people together inside your own brokerage to get deals done and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this was kind of that's similar to what people were requesting. So I think once they know that all this is going on, and are able to get on here, I think we're trying to get it to be that point.
Yeah, that will be great. So I look forward. I'll try to be around, and I don't know. My other shameless plug is just that I do construction work. I'm a remodeler, and so I do a lot of fix-ups for agents and sellers mostly. But sometimes there's a last-minute deal in, like, an inspection issue or something. And anyway, it's been helpful. So just wanted to let other agents know here that that's a possibility, and I'm doing it pretty steady. I've got a lot of experience. So, and anyway, that's about it.
Steve, what is your phone number?
It's 651-417.
Yeah, me too. I will write it down. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
651-417-3199.
417. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
And then,
give me 1 sec, please.
yeah.
Right. 417.
And then 3199 at the end.
3.
Could you just type it in the chat? So
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Let me see about chat. Oh, there
Tag
we
me
go.
here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, if you want to put your email and phone number in the chat, that way everybody has the
Okay.
contact
Thank
information.
you.
That's a good suggestion. Thank you. Oh, there we go.
And Amy, I was wondering, did you put out a notice for this week's meeting in the email? I only got in because I saw this email 2 weeks ago and I couldn't make it to last week's meeting.
Yeah, I think one was supposed to go out. I can check here. There should have been one that went out even last week as well.
Yeah, I got
but-
last week.
Yeah, we're gonna be trying to set one up to go out the morning of at like 7 a.m. So that way everybody has the link and everything.
Okay, because I almost forgot about today's meeting. So, yeah, it would help if I got a email every week to
Yeah.
remind.
And you're
Okay.
getting all your emails okay? I know there was a couple people saying that they were getting their emails bounced to their spam or junk folders.
I think I'm getting an okay. I do check my spam folder, but
Okay.
not regularly, so I should do that.
Yeah, mine are coming out okay. I get everything, I think.
My client just bid on a listing,
Mhm.
and it's all cash, no contingency, no inspection. So it's Steve. So it's probably, yeah, it's a project. So I may have my client to contact you.
Nice.
Okay, great.
Yeah. We got 40 over 40. I think, yeah, between 40 to 50 offers. I don't know the final numbers.
Oh my.
Yeah, so a lot of investors out there, because I mean, I don't think a regular, you know, people will, like home buyer will buy that. It's definitely for investors. Yeah.
Well, there's probably a lot of cash offers among those investors then, right?
Well, it's actually it has to be a cash offer, and it cannot does not allow inspection. So
Oh.
basically, we just have to walk through ourselves, and then to decide how much damage, how much repair.
Oh,
So,
very interesting.
yeah. So I think I believe majority of them it has to be, you know, all the investors. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I say so many investors out there. They put 100 as the listing price. I mean, the house is worth probably close to 400. So if
Wow.
it's repaired, you know, it's in a good
Sure.
neighborhood. Yeah,
Yeah, the other homes in the neighborhood are in that range apparently.
yeah.
Okay.
Is the mortgage rate going down?
It depends on who you ask.
Okay.
Some people say it's gonna go up still. The news is saying it's still gonna go up. I have mortgage lenders that are saying it's gonna go down. So we'll see what second quarter brings.
What is the rate now? I haven't asked it yet.
Yeah, I would want to know that too. I haven't kept up with it. So, and I guess doesn't each lender have a little bit of variation about what, if they're having a special or something, they can offer something sort of a little bit lower or high, you know, or be higher or whatever.
Yeah, right now. As of March 7th, 2023, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate is 7.08. According to Bankrate.
Okay. Not much change. I thought it's coming down.
Yeah, I don't think quite yet, but
Anyone has a upcoming listing in South Minneapolis? No?
South St. Paul.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else have any questions that they have on anything else?
Yeah, like how to get ready. Like I am waiting for the Department of Commerce to get accepted. My all the I sent all the certificates through
Mhm.
NRG, and how to get ready between this time to get into the market.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be too long. You'll get all set up and everything, and then once you get accepted and everything, you'll get your and you'll pay your MLS. You'll get your MLS, and then you'll be able to search everything. Otherwise, trying to think of some good ways to search if you needed to search. I mean, Zillow and Realtor.com aren't as accurate as the MLS, but you can always kind of do searches with that, or you can even do searches within our NRG website as well, because that pulls from the MLS as well.
Yeah, and how to start?
I'm sorry?
How to start the business?
How to start the business?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like I explained earlier. Just kind of finding your sphere and brainstorming that list of people. Just talking to everybody and just letting everybody know that you're a realtor now and that you can help them with any of their buying or selling needs.
Okay. Thank
Got to
you.
get out there and talk to everybody.
Okay. Thanks.
Amy, I was just wondering, I've been having troubles with Chime. Like I
Okay.
have like 250 contacts and I tried to bring them into Chime and it only took the contacts that they're not the good ones, they're the ones that the bad emails.
Okay.
So is there, I know there's classes online to do that, and I've been trying to search for them, and I followed the steps, but it just didn't, for some reason, it didn't transfer my good contacts. It only transferred the bad ones.
Sometimes, let me just pop on here so I can tell you exactly how. Did you download their file and then kind of input it into their file type?
Yeah, I downloaded my files in the CSV format. I guess I have to look in Chime just to see what, I guess the columns, maybe mine has too many columns in it, and so I have to reduce it down so it matches the columns in Chime. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, why it's
Yep.
not.
So if you just grab one of your groups that is like a smaller group, like maybe 5-10 people in it, if you have one of those, you export those leads.
Uh-huh.
So once your export is, it's gonna take, let's check my email. So once you export that, it'll send you that email. And then if you go into your email there and click here, it'll open that file. And then that way you have the exact format that it outputs to be able to input that information.
Okay. Okay.
Should
Again.
be a workaround. Feel free if you want, you can always reach out to me and we can go over it in like a private session. And then we can screen share and everything, and make sure that it's working correctly for you if that doesn't work.
Okay. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
So like I heard that question. Who was that? This is Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Sorry about being late. I forgot I was doing stuff. And then I'm like, oh, looking at my phone.
Tuesday.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
So that's
Whoever
me,
was having
Grace.
trouble, I'll probably have trouble too. So if we like work together, I don't know if that'd help.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, if we have enough people that all want to go over that, and are having that same issue, we can definitely set up like a separate virtual meeting that we can go over it, and make sure everybody is getting it, and then that way we can all answer the same question at once.
Would that help? I'm talking to the other person that had a
Oh,
question.
yeah. No, that would help.
So
I
yeah,
mean-
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I'm just gonna try it again. Maybe I'll just do it in small batches, 5 at a time or something, just to see if I can get it.
Yeah, that should be the workaround. That's usually what I did, is I downloaded the file so that way I have the exact way that it outputs it. So that way I'm getting everything and then just inputting where they're supposed to be according to their file database.
Okay.
Dennis, do you got anything coming up or any buyers?
You know, I totally, like I said, I totally, I'll probably take like 5 minutes just to read over a few things and then I might have a few things. I mean, I have, you know, I guess I don't know what was all covered before I hopped on, so I really do apologize.
We had Steve, he has a listing coming up and kind of just going over just some general stuff.
Okay.
Too much covered.
Yeah, give me like 2 minutes. I guess, does anybody have any questions about anything? How many people are new?
I
Um,
am new.
I'm a new transfer.
Transferred from a different company?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I'm
Me.
new to NRG, just about a month, 5 weeks.
I can't see who's talking.
My name is Vicky.
Okay. So you're 5 weeks, did you say?
Yes.
So, I'm pretty much in the same area myself. I transferred from a different company about five weeks in here. I've had about 5 years of experience, but definitely want to connect with people or have phone calls, individual phone calls or whatever with people and see what other people might be struggling with. So if we're struggling with the same thing, then maybe we could have, you know, just a meeting on that type of thing. If that works, Amy, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm open to it, or we can set it up for the next week's topic to go over and everything. If enough people have questions about it.
Yeah, I think that would probably work the best. What do you think, Vicky?
Sure. That sounds fine. Right now I don't have any struggles, but not to say that I won't in the future. So I'm open.
So you're all the chime and all the other new or, you know, new to us or whatever things that NRG has, you're working.
Yeah, I've been working my way around Sweet Assist and it seems to flow pretty well. And I've just kind of bounced some questions back to, let me think, who was helping me? Well, Jeremy and then Anne helped me quite a bit.
Yes, Anne's a good resource for that as well.
Excellent. Yes, she's real quick to get back. And I just had a few questions about how things work with my listing that I inputted. But yeah, everything pretty much it went well.
Okay.
Like,
Hi, everybody. I'm new too. My name is Sarah. I just started with NRG on the 14th of February, and I just have a question. I'm struggling with interpretation. Like, is there an interpreter line that NRG uses strictly, or is that on our own? Like, we have to find someone to interpret.
yeah, we don't really have anybody
Get her away from me.
for it. Yeah. Is there someone specific that, or?
Right now, it's mainly Spanish speaking.
Okay. I mean, we do have a few Spanish speaking agents. Are you a part of the Agent Connect group on Facebook?
Yep, I am. And I reached out to Antonio. So I'm working on like collaborating with him, but I was just wondering if there was anything else that was available.
Well, what I would do is just do a general post on there, just asking if anyone would be available or able to help with translating on those, whether it's a per transaction basis or like a long-term situation. You'll probably have a few agents that are either new or not really working as much, that may just want to either like co-list or co-brand with you. It'd be whatever you'd work out with them.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that NRG Agent Connect is a great resource if you have anything or have any questions that you may need like a quick answer to. There's over 300 people on there. So somebody should hopefully see it. And you should be able to get to your question answered by others from our brokerage.
What was that called, Amy? What was that website?
NRG Agent Connect.
Oh, okay, NRG. Okay, I thought you said energy.
Oh, no.
Got it.
The
Okay.
NRG Agent Connect.
Got it. Thank you.
Can you please write the website?
It's actually our private Facebook group.
So
Let me grab a link to it here and I will put it in the chat for you.
thank you very much.
Yeah. But everybody here is able to log into Sweet Assist.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. Of course, it's being temperamental. One moment. Anybody else have any questions that they need answered, or anything upcoming they want to talk about?
For meeting like this, do we have any agenda or just kind of random topics?
So,
No,
so
yeah.
I go ahead. Sorry.
This is the first time, sorry. I thought it's gonna be company-wide. Looks like not many agents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is our first meeting. It's gonna be kind of a
Oh, okay.
random topic, until we start getting more kind of building on top of each other. So we may have topics that there was a couple people that had questions on the previous week, or kind of
Yeah.
just generally going over anything upcoming, any troubles anybody is having, just kind of a group huddle to just kind of
Sure.
talk to everybody, see each other.
Yeah.
So,
We used to have something on Wednesday, right? I just really, I think I probably participated once.
so
So that got canceled?
I don't know about the Wednesday thing. So like I just started 5 weeks ago and asked about doing like a weekly meeting. Talked to Amy probably last week, the week before, maybe a little bit. And I totally apologize. I forgot my kids had off this week, so I wasn't even thinking about Tuesday. I was just taking care of week off things, you know. So I do apologize. I'll be a lot more organized next week, but you know, as far as starting the week and everything else, how I kind of envision us going a little bit, and I'm moldable, meaning whatever Amy thinks, I'm willing to work with, whatever everybody here thinks. So me and Amy just kind of shot it out there, thinking, hey, let's start it up. There's enough people that are somewhat interested in doing a meeting, and we'll see if we can grow this thing as we go and more people get involved. I always like to do a wants and needs. Now, the last company I worked with, the last brokerage I worked with, I always did a wants and needs on Tuesday. The thing that I like about wants and needs is even if I'm not saying, hey, I have a buyer that does this or wants this, or a seller that wants that, or I have a listing coming up or not, the beautiful thing about having wants and needs is when you're sitting down with a buyer or a seller, and I've used these for both. Buyers like it, you know, it's just one more thing to add that trust and move forward with. But and you know, it can find you. I think I did have one either buyer or seller that did work through another agent from a wants and needs type scenario. You know, so basically, you know, if you have a list, you're sitting down at the table with somebody, if you want to start there. And I'm just going to pretend for a little bit and use Amy's name, and you know, pretend like I'm in that portion of it. But it's one more thing that you can use where, you know, Amy, just letting you know, we have an internal meeting once a week. We call it our wants and needs meeting. We can name it whatever we want. Somebody can name it something else better if they want. Everything else, I'm just using this as a scenario. We have a wants and needs meeting that I will bring your listing to, even though we're not live on the MLS yet, we can still bring it there. We can market it to other agents in our brokerage. So somebody might have a buyer and we might sell your house before we're even on the market. Another thing that we can do is we can put your listing in our internal networking system. That being, I would use the Facebook NRG, what's it called? NRG Connect. So that's where you can put your listing, you know. So one of the reasons that I want the meeting is so that I can say that to people honestly, legitimately. And I know as time goes forward and everything else, I know, and once you see other people connecting as far as a wants and needs to an actual seller or buyer, it'll make a large difference and more people will be doing it, you know. So, and if you're able to gain a listing because, or feel like it helped you gain that listing because we're doing wants and needs, I think more people will join in on that as well. One moment, I gotta grab.
So when is the internal meeting?
What's that?
When does the internal meeting occurs?
So we were going to do this every Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Oh,
And-
Yeah,
this
that's this
meeting.
meeting. Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
So that's where at the beginning or at the end, at some point we you know, so for instance, I'm just going to use this as a scenario. So if I was running the meeting or something, and I'm going to pretend like I'm not me, I'd say, and Dennis, do you have any wants and needs to share? Now, if I did, I'd be like, for instance, I'm just going to use a really crazy one at this point, but I have a buyer that's looking for a house that either has very limited wiring or no wiring at all. They'd like to live by the train tracks, so if you have something that you don't think you're going to find a buyer for or something like that, this is a perfect place to put it, because that when you look in the MLS, there's probably nobody that's going to truly advertise they want no wiring in the house, or really old, or no wiring at all, live next to the trailer tracks type of scenario and stuff like that. Or, if you have nothing, you can just say pass, I have nothing. But that way you just go through the list of people that are on the meeting. Everybody gets a chance to talk. So, and as you have new people and everything else, I found it very useful hearing more experienced agents talk about their listings, because it gave me then ideas of what to use, what to say, everything else. So it's kind of nice in that aspect. It also, even if you're a seasoned agent, it's always nice to hear how other people talk about their listings, or buyers or stuff like that. So it's somewhere to go to kind of get that little bit of information about those things. And like I said, to me, it was a big factor, or still is a big factor, of how I like to approach my listings and talk about the brokerage that I work for, and the fact that we do have meetings, we do have trainings, we go over people's wants and needs, we can talk about those things and everything else. Yeah, go ahead. Anybody else got something?
It would be,
Oh, go
Um,
ahead.
okay, it would be nice to have a session on good practices. Like, for example, on the Suite Assist, I haven't used it, but I did go online to see what it's all about. But it's just nice just to go through the formation on how to put your transaction in, and if there's any problems that come up, just to go through the scenario, because what I read and what I do are.
Yeah, so with the Suite Assist, they do have the training videos and everything. I watched those. Those were pretty decent. I don't know if you've watched them yet. I'm sure Amy can link up better where to go for those videos than me. But if you watch something like, have you watched those? I should start there.
Yeah, I started to, and then I got interrupted, and now I got to rewatch because I forget what I've seen, because there's so much. I've been trying to see all the trainings.
Are you new? Who am I talking to, I should say?
My name is Grace Fix. I am new. I'm a recent transfer from another brokerage, and so it's a lot different from my other brokerage on how we did our transactions. And so I was just trying to understand how you guys do yours and where you place yours. And
how long have you been an agent?
Well, I've been an agent for about 10 years, but my last one was only 5. And I came from Keller Williams, and we had training constantly all the time.
Yeah.
And on forms, and because you may forget a few steps and they give you pointers. So it's just nice to have those reminders of, what to do.
I totally agree. I didn't come from Keller Williams. I got 5 years experience, but I totally agree about the training and just going over forms and stuff like that. And that's kind of where I was at when I started. I'm like, can we have a weekly meeting and stuff like that? So I love your involvement in asking the questions about Suite Assist. I personally haven't had a problem, but I know when somebody asks a question, there's more probably out there that have the same questions. And did you attend last week's training on Suite Assist?
No, I didn't. I didn't know there was a meeting at Suite Assist, with Suite Assist, whatever that is. Yeah, I didn't know that. I only had one email that said that there was a NRG meeting last Tuesday, but I couldn't meet that. But yeah.
You did ask about Suite Assist, right?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Today.
I was making sure I had the right platform that you were asking about.
Yeah. Just today I'm asking because because, you know, I'm always talking to clients or future clients. And so I'm ready to do a transaction. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. And, you know, where do I put it, you know, in the files. So it's just nice to go through the scenarios and if there's any problems that arise, you know, that I would know right away. So if you can, you know, just kind of go through those scenarios, that's all. I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right, all the steps.
Yeah, we're working on building that out. We actually just switched over to Suite Assist from NRG Admin just before the holidays. So we are working on building all those out, and we just learned of a new feature that we can actually like assign training videos. So we're working on building that out, so that way, like you said, where you don't know where you are, we can kind of give you a, oh, here's this, and kind of a more structured, here's the videos that you would need to kind of know everything that you're doing in Suite Assist to get you started.
Okay, great.
No,
And-
I haven't personally watched them yet, but I'm kind of trying to go into it as we speak right now. Are you in Suite Assist right now?
No, not right now.
So if you log into Suite Assist, on the left-hand side, there's a training tab. I haven't actually, I don't think, watched one of the videos on here yet. I may have gone in and gone out. I'm just kind of exploring mode yet. But they do have on the left-hand side in Suite Assist, a training tab. And I know they were talking about putting last week's training on here, I believe, but I
Oh.
don't know if it's on there yet.
Okay, I'll check that out.
I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, it does. Thanks.
Yeah, and in that same tab is where it has the assigned feature, so that's where we would be building it out as well. So then that would be where your assigned courses are, and then it would kind of have a layout of, this is how you input a transaction, this is how you input your contacts, this is kind of going over those general questions that you had asked. And you can always reach out to me if you're having any problems, and I can surely assist you. I can either hop on Zoom and we can screen share or whichever you need.
Okay.
So since this is kind of like an open discussion meeting, kind of like what I was hoping for, I'm so new that I currently am in the process of helping a buyer, and with this market, it's a struggle. Like this is my first time doing anything like this, my first buyer that I've been working with, and showed them 8 properties. We put in 3 offers. Like there's 7 to 10 offers per house that we're, you know, trying to get. And this Friday, we found like the perfect home for this family, in their price range, and there's like 6 showings already scheduled. So like, any advice as to how to get this?
Who's talking? I'm sorry.
This is Sarah.
Go ahead, Amy. I just kind of,
Oh.
I like to know who I'm talking to. So
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had something.
sorry, my bad.
Oh, no, that's fine. So yeah, are you working with a mentor, or you kind of just jumped in head first there and kind of going at it?
Yeah, going at it. I mean, I have a friend that's with NRG, and then she had me join in onto their like team. I mean, she's great and a great mentor, but I was just wondering if there's any other people that like have ever, you know, been through this situation too. It's good to hear from other people rather than, you know, just one person.
Yeah. I was just making sure that you're getting the help that you need and everything. But yeah, it is always good to hear other options. I know I went through this with a similar situation, actually with the same person twice. They were in that perfect budget. And I know in the beginning of the year, I think we went to, I don't even know how many different showings. I think when we counted it, it was one time it was like 20. But last year was a little more intense than this year, but similar things where they'd either have multiple offers, like 10 plus offers, or it'd be $50,000 over. Some people have said like occupancy, days of occupancy help. I mean, it's all dependent on talking to the listing agent. I know you've probably scheduled your showing. Have you talked to the listing agent at all?
Yeah, I did reach out to her last night just because we had a weird situation happen last week where a house was listed as coming soon, and then the day before it went active, they switched everything in the MLS to show it as subject to statutory rescission. And that open house was on Friday, the day that it went active. So we had already written up our offer and everything and ready to go submit our offer, but they had already accepted an offer that Thursday before it was even active on MLS. So I wanted to like follow up with this listing agent to make sure that, you know, this situation was not going to happen again, because the buyers like feel already defeated. And then with that happening, it was just like, it blew my mind. So I was wondering too, if that's ever happened to anyone before.
That hasn't personally happened to me. But yeah, I tend to talk to the listing agent, see exactly what their sellers are trying to, like, are they looking for a certain date? Are they looking for a certain number of occupancy? What Sorry, the child came in. So are they looking for a number of occupancy? Are they looking to move by a certain date? Are they just looking solely on net? I mean, there's so many questions that you can ask them to try to tailor. If your buyers are flexible, there's so much you can kind of tailor to their wants and needs.
And they are super flexible, and the listing says that they've already purchased a home and are ready, to move. And she said that like the seller can move in with family too prior to that date, but it's like, I'm so new to this, and so it's so hard to like assist the buyer in like giving any type of advice as to what route to go with an offer. You know what I mean?
So I had sellers similar to the seller on that side of the transaction, and they were able to tailor it to, even though, yeah, they could move in with their mom for however long, it really sweetened the deal when we got an offer that was like, okay, well, we'll close on this day and I can move in, so we're not having to move 3 times versus 2 times.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And sometimes it's say they have that home that they're moving into on, say, April 1st, but they need to close by the 15th for some random reason. So you can close on the 15th and then give them the extra 2 weeks of occupancy. It's all dependent on your buyer's flexibility. It's mostly like a per transaction basis, but I've found the most out of trying to find what that seller's main objective is. Is it net? Is it a certain date? Is it what is that seller's main goal out of the transaction?
Okay, sounds good. And then I do have another question, like in regards to, so say this house is listed at about 30,000 less than what they have been potentially offering. Is it good to put in an escalation clause? Is that, or no? Like,
Yes and no. You always have to educate your buyer that if it, so say they put the offer in for 250, the escalation clause, and they win and it's 250, but it only appraises for 230. They're gonna have to pay that $20,000 difference on top of their down payment. So they're gonna have to pay that appraisal gap.
That is good to know. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks so much. I have to go, but I really like this because as being new, I really like to hear like all that's going on and finding out new things and just like filling my brain with all this information. But thank you guys so much.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention on that one that was coming soon. Did you follow up with like the commerce or file a complaint on it? Because you could look into it. Because it may be that the agent talked to another agent, talked to the listing agent, or somebody else saw the property with incoming soon, which actually violates MLS rules.
I know that my mentor did, they did do something, they like reported them or something. So,
Randy
Okay, and
put
they
in
reported them to the
.commerce
MLS.
yep.
I don't know if
Oh.
people saw that.
Yeah.
So kind of, just kind of reining it in a little bit. If like anybody here has a topic that they want to go over and have a specific meeting on, I think that's where we'll probably aim towards. If I'm right, Amy, if I'm not, let me know. But I think, to begin with, the first week, maybe 2, we'll just go with whatever people ask about. But from there, if you have like specific things, like if you want to go over like what Sarah just went over, what, like that type of topic for basically most of the meeting, I think we can do that. Whether it's, a buyer's process, seller's process, different things throughout the, whether it's, forms, anything like that, and then we can kind of start to section it off into those things, let people know what we'll specifically be going over, maybe even have a month out plan. So then if you want to attend certain ones, don't want to attend others because you don't have anything, you're already good there, or you're just in the, you have a seller and you're like, oh, this is perfect. Now I can go over the seller process or the forms for it, or stuff like that. So if there's something that you want to go over, if you want to, text or message Amy or myself or
Jeremy, Francis, yep.
Yep. What do you guys think so far?
So what is your email address if I want to email you?
What's my email address?
Yeah.
If you want to put it in the chat, Dennis.
Yeah, I
then
can do
they
that.
can just grab it out of there.
Yep.
So you are one of the educators of NRG?
I am not, but I don't mind educating myself as I help other people out.
I think what Dennis suggests is great, and we can probably put the structure in the email sending out, for the future meeting, so that way the other agents, can feel more relevant and can participate, because we are not a one like local office. We just like, so I don't think everyone can participate all the time. So, but finding relevance, and we'll encourage people to participate, the discussion.
Yep, we'll put the topic in the reminder email sent the morning of, and the general topic that we'll probably go over for 15 minutes or so. And if it takes longer, it takes longer. But at least we'll have some sort of general topic, like you said, going over forms, which forms you need for certain transactions, everything
Yeah,
else.
I think like wants and needs, it will be good, like a part of a structure for every time, like so.
Mhm.
I gotta go to. I just wanna introduce myself a little bit. So I've been agent for 5 years, and I've been with NRG for probably 2 years. I don't remember exactly. I'm mostly investor myself, and then I do some deals for friends. and also, right now I also do property management. Right now I manage about 50 units, and mostly for friends too. But I'm open to help out, if you guys have clients doing investment and they need a property management. I would like to consider that. So most of the property I'm managing Minneapolis and Paul area, and also Southwest suburbs. And I'll type my information in the chat. So if anyone wants to reach out to me, or if you just have general question regarding investment, I'm willing to help too.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you very much, Lynn.
Thank you.
Perfect. Well, we are already at 10 o'clock here. Does anybody have anything else?
Yeah. Do you have weekly sweet assist meetings, as everybody was telling?
Yep. So we'll probably start going over some of that stuff in here. Otherwise, on Sweet Assist, it has those trainings as well. It has the recorded trainings.
Oh, okay. So there's no weekly meeting or anything like that?
This would be the weekly meeting. This is the weekly meeting that we're going over.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, well, if anybody has anything else, let me know. Otherwise, I will see everyone next week.
Thanks again, Amy.
Thank you.
Sorry, I wasn't here in the beginning
Perfect.
to help.
I am writing Sarah's email address. Give me a little more time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll see you next week. Feel free to reach out with any questions.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
At cars.com. Sarah at Emin.
So Amy, question.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So when you reserve like the Zoom meeting, it's okay to go past whatever you reserve it?
Yeah. So Jeremy logs on and opens the room for us. We open the room about 10 minutes early, and then we'll try to wrap up the meeting. We'll try to do an hour to be respectful of everybody's time. If it runs over a little bit, it runs over. Otherwise, we're going to try to stick to that 1 hour. If we're noticing we're starting to run over a lot, we'll look at it a little bit more. Maybe we do need an hour and a half or 2 hours, but right now I'd like to kind of keep it to an hour just to be respectful of everybody's time.
Yeah, I respect your time and everything too. It's just, it's crazy right at the end, all the stuff comes in the chat and you're trying to, catch up on stuff. So I'm like, is it okay that we go over an hour? So
Yeah, it's okay if we run over. I'm just trying to keep it open for an hour, so I'll try to pull out some random topics towards the ends if we're not catching that hour. This is all kind of a beta thing, so it'll definitely be a moldable process, but I think it'll be a very good thing for NRG.
yeah, thanks again for doing it and holding it, and I'm sorry once again for being late. So
oh no, it's gonna be a process for everybody to get into. I'm sure we'll start having a lot more people join as we go here.
and I don't know how do I say your name?
Mushumi.
Mushumi?
Yeah.
Musumi?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks again, Musumi.
Yeah,
And I'll
thank
log
you.
off unless somebody wants me to stay on.
Nope. Thanks everybody. You have a good day.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.